Howdy, Capricorn. Thank you for joining me for a new series that I'll be doing, which is the mid-month crystal scrying, and this is for May of 2020, just in case, like me, you've forgotten what year it is. I'm kidding. I know what year it is. I'm also trying some new audio out. Got a couple of mics set up and a different mixer running into my audio feed. So I'm trying to get everything worked out for that. I am burning a stick of incense already. It's between this incense and Super Hit. They're both pretty similar, but I think this one's like a little bit cleaner, more refined. They're both good. And for my scrying oil today, I'm going to be using violet oil, which is good for psychic attunement. And this is Old Grandpa alleged. I went to the shop in Baltimore. It's kind of this little tucked away spot where he makes all the oils at home from family recipes passed down through his mom. And this one's really nice. It's got a little bit of a fragrance, but not anything too overwhelming. Sometimes it's nice to use a scrying oil with an overwhelming fragrance, but sometimes it's nice to use something that's just, subtle, and it's just there for the tactile. Capricorn, what's new with you this month? What's going on? Orangutan missionaries. Global domination. New World Order. Orangutan missionaries, it's like people with these crazy ideas that aren't based in like reality. Like the way that it's coming across is very like derogatory towards stupid people, and I don't like to promote those vibes. So let me see if I can find a better way to phrase that. Ignorance rules. Like ignorance ruling, and that's very frustrating for you, that people aren't more together with their consciousness. You just want to pop it open and take all their brains out and put it in a blender. With some find organic ingredients from the local co-op and blend it up into a smoothie and pour it back in their head and infuse them with the posy vibes. But that's not feasible. A lot of these people have been totally brainwashed. And you're worried about them. You're not just worried about them for your own sake. You're worried about their self-interests conflicting with yours, which is definitely part of it. Is there a way for Capricorn to combat the ignorance on a wider scale and getting to know what's the best thing for them to do? Ignore social media. Only go to like a handful of news sources that are really reputable, like Associated Press, Jazeera. Are they still around? I don't know anything about the news. The Times. Times is pretty liberal, isn't it? I want it to be like non-biased news sources. Something. It's like CO Gate or something like that. Doesn't make any sense to me. What is that, like a website? Yeah, probably. It's like a message board. There's like good information there. I don't know what that means. I don't even know if that's a real thing. But definitely like Associated Press, like only go there and get news from there. Excuse me. And don't worry about like all of these like partisan news sources, because it's really not as bad as it seems. It's just that, you know, there's some people out there who have really taken their personal liberties to a whole new level and think that the laws of physics don't apply to them. I mean, it can be frustrating when people are wrong and they don't want to admit they're wrong, especially if it like affects you personally or affects all of us and is detrimental. But you can't take it personally, and you can't make that like it's not your cross to die on. Like, there's only so many different ways you can try to help people. And it should always be coming from like a good, positive place. You can't come at somebody and be like, you're an idiot, and expect them to listen to anything else that you have to say. So it's like difficult to combat, because you can't be combative. You have to be tactful. You have to tell people things that they want to hear and make it seem like it was their idea all along. So there you go. That's the key, Capricorn, is tell people things that they want to hear and make it seem like it was their idea all along. And it doesn't have to be, you know, telling them what they want to hear. Like, you have to spin your message in such a way that it sounds like, because that's how the other side operates. I'm sure a lot of you Capricorns out there have seen the documentary Boogeyman. It's the Lee Atwater story. You should watch that documentary and listen to how, now, he was like coming from a place of hate and fear-mongering, but you listen to the way that he would like spin things. You have to be able to spin things like that. So I'm not playing devil's advocate. I'm not saying that's right, but you can, these people who believe these things have proven that mentally they're not very strong. They can be influenced, right? But they only respond to propaganda. So you have to figure out how to package your propaganda so that it appeals to them. And they don't want to be friends with people, so you can't be like, I'm doing this because I'm your friend. You have to be like, yeah, but look at that over there, you know? And it's all part of the capitalist brainwashing. There's like people who are, and it's not like corporations, as much as corporations are interested in reopening right now, like, people aren't protesting to reopen things because corporations are telling them to. It's like they're just programmed that way. They're just like following their programming, so you have to figure out how to change your programming. And posy vibes won't cut it. Yeah, that's the message. Okay. Trying to, you know, like, obviously I have my own personal opinions about these things, and I'm trying to deliver a message without tainting it with too much of my own bias. But I do have to, you know, deliver the message in a way that's going to be effective. Did I leave anything out? Yes. You're too old to get a haircut? You're too old to need a haircut. No one's looking at you like that. It's a weird thing to say. Is that for all Capricorns? No, just a few. Are you saying that's how they should approach people? Does it have to do with, like, the approach? No, that's just a message for a few Capricorns out there. Shaving a haircut 2 bits. You're too old to need a haircut. Ugh, didn't like that. Is there anything else that I need to tell Capricorn for May of 2020? Something about the airport. You're going to the airport. Are all Capricorns going to the airport? A lot of Capricorns are going to be going to the airport. Like this month? Yeah, like soon. What do they need to know about the airport? They're tightening up security measures. There's going to be like a lot more hassle for you in particular. So don't try anything, but also like put all your stuff in like clear plastic bags inside your suitcase so it can all be like taken out. And they're gonna try to be like extra aggressive with you. I'm getting. Are you sure? Yes. Is there a reason? Just because they can. Just because this is a time where they can be extra aggressive about this stuff. Is there anything else that I need to tell Capricorns for May of 2020? Is there anything else that I need to tell Capricorns? Just watch the Lee Atwater documentary. Is that it? Yeah, okay. Alright. Thank you, Capricorn. Really appreciate you joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. If you didn't like it, I'll probably delete your comment. But I just want to keep posy vibes in the comments section as much as I can. And thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you again soon.